The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here. And the lineup suggests, Jim, that it's going to be a 3-4-3 formation.
Well, Peter, in opting for this system, there's a confidence that stems from the manager and flows through his players. This is a team with courage to get on the ball and look to entertain with an abundance of goals. Plan B is for someone else. This team will stick to their plan A, and if it's not working, they'll persist until they get it right.
Knocks it out wide. And it's De Jong. Ronaldinho. And that interception was most necessary. That's a cute ball. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Rivaldo. Rivaldo. He's gone for goal! Oh, it's hit the post! Showing great feet there. He's having a go! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
And it's Ronaldinho. So we're still where we started right now. Rummenigge. Kimmich. Maldini, a player joining here, a pretty exclusive club. This game is the 200th. Rivaldo! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Drilled in low. And the shot! He's scored! And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
David Villa receives it in a good position here. Rivaldo.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Distributed tidily. And it's Azar. Guadalajara looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Goes for goal! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Rummenigge clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. And that should get the job done. Guadalajara are looking to go forward now. And he's surging through. Mbappe shoots! It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when
There's the header! It's in! Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit...
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it.
A quick reminder today that smoking is
well,
only
the
allowed
pickings
in areas
certainly
shown
have
on
been
this
rich
map.
in this
Thank
first
you
half.
for your
Well, it's a
cooperation.
lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2 goals to 1. And the game has already resumed here.
Ronaldinho. Number 6, David Villa. Coming on the field,
Rummenigge.
number 22, Stojkovic.
And he's in on goal. It's Rivaldo! It's in! And this is getting better and better. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a...
Vinicius Junior! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
He's on it. Can he get away? De Jong. Now it's Messi. It's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And this is Neymar. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Rivaldo looking for the run. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Oh, just chance, surely! Oh, it's come off the upright. Hangs in across. Stojkovic. And it's Rivaldo. Good running, strong and purposeful. Takes a shot! Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
So now the difference is 3. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. De Jong. Stojkovic. Just a quarter of an hour to play. He's shifting through the gears here. Guadalajara needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And it's Son Heung-min. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Thinks about the shot. Rummenigge showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Guardiola has a look and plays it forward. Rummenigge. Rummenigge! And that is a save of real quality, not easy by any means. Guardiola. 2 minutes to be added on. That pass has been well intercepted. Rummenigge is onto this. So much time and space here. And that's it. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2
Hello,
hours, it
everybody,
might not
and
feel like
welcome
that.
to today's match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway.
Well, down the years, of course, Argentina have produced some of the greatest striking talent ever, and Gabriel Batistuta embodies that.
Yeah, he does. And in terms of out-and-out goal-scoring centre-forwards, I can't recall much better.
So you fancy him to score today?
I would think there's an extremely good chance.
Rummenigge.
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Kimmich. Roberto Carlos. That's a throw. There's the crossfield ball. And it's Beckham. Now that looks a decent ball. Great chance! That's going to go a long way. So we're still where we started right now.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, important interception. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Rivaldo tries to play it through. He has found the way through. He's found... Tries a shot! He's delivered all right! The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Yeah, well, the opposition had plenty of warning here, Peter. Look at how quick they were going the other way. Exactly what you need when you're playing on the counter-attack.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. This is the time you need that pace.
Mbappe goes on a charge down the left.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Schneider. Ambitious ball here. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Rodri promptly onto that, and that is that. It's a really well-measured ball. Rummenigge knocks it out wide. Nice sequence of passes, this. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
San Antonio clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing.
And it's half-time here. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Some first-half thoughts?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
San Antonio really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Busquets. And it's Rivaldo. Scholes. That's really well manoeuvred. Roberto Carlos spots it and intercepts. Chelsea appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
He is through here. Schneider, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And they win it back again. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Deflected behind for a corner kick. And we have our very first corner. It's a mighty effort! No, not the best of headers. Rivaldo has created one goal already. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Roberto Carlos kept his eye on it, and he's there. Aimed beyond the defence.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Spread out to the left, looking tidy in possession here. Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. Scholes does really well to win the ball there. Nicely weighted ball. Maldini getting this one clear.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And that is that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Rummenigge claiming the man of the Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then.
Well, Peter, at this stage we often focus on the creative and goal.
He's gone for goal! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's whipped it across. Cleared without complication. Nicely aimed pass. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He's got away. And it's Kimmich. Looking tidy in possession here, and he's in on goal. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. And we have our very first corner. Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that's a key interception. He's picked his way through. Pelé. This looks... and the shot! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Neither side yet able to find the net. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Pelé. That has not gone well. Look at the it's Son Heung-min!
And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Oh, what's he done? Mbappe! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Now it's Mbappe. Pelé, good driving run. Seedorf. Now Mbappe. Vitinha.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Mbappe. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the task, Peter, did he?
In it comes.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And that's been won straight back. Barella plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Now it's Beckham. Can he finish? Goal! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Ardija really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope.
Big chance! Sticks it away! Again in a trice, and they are soaring! And that'll be the last act of the first half. Reflections on the first half?
San Antonio really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have gone another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. And the game has already resumed here. Pelé, and he's away.
He's having a shot! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
There's the whistle, and here we go.
It comes as little surprise, Peter, that we find the name of Park Ji-sung on this team sheet.
First name on the team sheet, you would think.
Yeah, and a player with a fantastic engine. I always think that every time you see him, he's just going to run himself into the ground. He'll give everything for the cause, and he always sets the tone for industry.
Busquets did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
He's had it taken off him. Park Ji-sung. And he welcomes it in.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Still goalless. Can he get it through? Son Heung-min. Pele. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Bebeto stood his ground strongly. Maldini. Pele. And that's been intercepted. Kimmich, a player who needs no introduction. Looking for the run. Roberto Carlos cuts it out. Park Ji-sung. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Passing nice and neat. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And here's Batistuta. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Brilliantly cut out. Rummenigge. Pele. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Rummenigge. Rummenigge unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Park Ji-sung. And we hit half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
Hello everybody, and
What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well, and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Substitution.
And the action is back underway.
San Antonio are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Nesta wins the duel this time. And it's Bellingham. Oh, and he shoots! Superb goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
He won't be happy with that one. Now, can they get him away? Turns and goes back. It's Son Heung-min! Oh, it's come off the upright. Oh, he's been caught on it here, and he's following up! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Your impression so far, Jim?
San Antonio are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
That's a cute ball. And he's intervened well there. Kimmich. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Son Heung-min. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And he's had it nicked away. Now that looks a decent ball. Son Heung-min is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Into the last quarter of an hour. And here's Batistuta.
Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Bebeto! And that was very necessary.
Bebeto really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Kimmich. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rodri. Looking tidy in possession here. Can he get on the end of this?
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that is that. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle and here we go. Well, this is one boy from Croxteth who, so far as club football goes, has achieved just about everything. English football has rested on his broad shoulders for nigh on 2 decades. It is, of course, the modern great that is Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, without question, one of England's all-time finest. His record speaks for itself.
And his face is that of a man who simply cannot accept defeat. During games, he is always laser-focused, and he fights tooth and nail for every win. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Not the most accurate pass. Gravenberg. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Nice-looking ball. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Quarter of an hour played. And he's had it nicked away. Nicely spread. Figo receives it in a wide position. Van Dijk tries to clear.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Barcelona have it back and can go again. Matheus Cunha has an approach to the game which is pretty much... And there's the shot! And he's there to get it away. It's run loose here. Alexander-Arnold. Gravenberg. Here's Matheus Cunha. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And that is a little undercooked. And here's Mbappe. Tries to dink it through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Spread out to the left. And it's Gravenberg. He's found a way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Figo. So what can they make of this? Zico. And he's picked out the run. And the finish! And he's done it!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic.
What a delicious finish. That is
There will be 1 minute
immaculate.
added time.
Speed of thought, speed of action.
Ekitike! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And this could be the final action of the first half. Rooney. And that'll be the last act of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
And here's Rooney. Strokes it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Gravenberg. Ferdinand gets across to intercept that. Maldini. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And he's there to retrieve it. But this is Zico. And this is Figo. Shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! And this is getting better and better. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Alexander-Arnold with the slide tackle there. And it's Gravenberg. And that has put paid to that. Busquets did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
Son Heung-min really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And they are cruising away.
After 77
Well, one
minutes,
moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that...
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it for us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Please be made aware that smoking is only permitted in designated areas within these grounds.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel
and
like that.
welcome to today's
The
match.
stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But
Thuram! Goal! Milan! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Cafu just loves to go forward whenever he can. Good read, needed to be. That's going to go a long way. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Back into the middle. First quarter of an hour gone. Now this could be a chance. He's away. Big chance. And a chance! It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected.
Shapes to shoot! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And this is Son Heung-min. Roberto Carlos. And this is Son Heung-min. Well, there's the clearance. Baresi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Pinches it off him. And here's Thuram. Scholes. And he's there to get it away. And he's there to retrieve it. And he's picked out the run. Cafu. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Rivaldo. Mbappe. And here's Batistuta. And here's Mohamed Salah. Cafu. Plays it across. Up he goes! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
There will be 1
Rummenigge.
minute added
And it's
time.
Rummenigge. Real chance. Rummenigge! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Rummenigge clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
This possibly the last play of the half.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And there is the half-time whistle. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any strong opinions on the first half?
San Antonio will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
So all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Busquets. Vigo providing an outlet on that flank. Roberto Carlos clears it away. Corner number 2 then. And that should get the job done. Milan have the chance to go the other way. And this is Mohamed Salah. Can he get it through? Look at the space. Big chance! Goal, Milan! And they're back in front.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Roberto Carlos is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Figo. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Engages and forces him off the ball. That ball looks a good one. He's had a shot! And yes, it's there! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they
shot a goal! Off the post!
Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Played back in. And they've got rid and reclaimed it in a trice. Now it's Rivaldo.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that's a dangerous ball. Cleared without complication. Great vision. Mbappe kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Goes for a shot! Oh, that's incredible! And that has raised the roof! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but...
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't...